Hello and welcome everyone. This is Type V3 and let's initiate Operation Meteor with the 1 to 144th scale real grade Wing Gundam 0 EW. The titular hero from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing and for many, the most iconic Gundam of them all. Before looking at the actual suit, let's start with a parts breakdown. There's 10 items inside this real grade box, 9 runners which include the brand new RG inner frame, and an extensive set of stickers that cover all the small details. The core build of the body was surprisingly quick and relatively straightforward. On the other hand, the wings were more tedious and repetitive. Gate placement was smart, hiding most nub marks, and some of the outer frame pieces were even undergated. Of course, being a 1 to 144th scale kit, the use of small parts along with complicated engineering may prove to be a bit tricky for beginners. Still, I think most should be able to get through the build just fine. With the simple snap assembly, the RG Wing Zero is easily the best looking Wing Zero at this scale. Proportions are correct and the silhouette is strong. Color separation lays down a good foundation with the surface molding adding more flair to the solid pieces of plastic. Stickers are limited to just the green sections in the head, chest, and forearms. I like how the overly detailed wings appear more complicated than they actually are. Overall, it's a solid presentation, but I do have one major issue. There's nothing here that specifically screams real grade to me. It just seems like the old Wing Zero EW I remember from childhood. Furthermore, the huge blocks of color tend to drown out the finer points, and the difference between the two-toned white and blue plastics are barely noticeable. On the whole, it's not bad, yet this straight assembly comes off a little bland. Now this is where that huge sticker sheet and some panel lining come into play. And boy do they make a world of difference on this kit. The stickers are especially impressive as they help break up the continuous colors, and in some cases they even introduce silver highlights that just pop. The only downside is actually having to apply them. It's not the most thrilling experience. There's plenty of opportunity for sharp panel lining on the Wing Zero too. Like the stickers, they definitely help with the appearance. Whereas most RG kits are perfectly presentable once built, the Wing Zero is odd in that it does need a little extra help. Being a Gundam from the 90s, the Wing Zero is unsurprisingly small, so size-wise this model kit stands roughly at the 4.5-inch mark, although those large wings more than make up for the shorter height.
For articulation, I'm just going to remove the backpack for the sake of simplicity. Now the head itself is on a ball joint, and there is a hinge at the base of the neck, which allows it to go back and forth. Overall range is pretty good. I have no issues with that. For the waist, you have a waist swivel, and then there's a tilt right at the front that goes slightly forwards and backwards, and there's some side to side. It's okay. I wish the front ab crunch could go more. Back is okay, and side is really subtle. Other features include opening Vulcans, and of course there is the opening cockpit, but there is no pilot figure inside. The shoulder pads can go up and down, and there's even this strange extending gimmick to it. Of course, can go rock side to side because it is just on this little track that is over the arm. On mine, this doesn't really like to stay in place, and it likes to pop off every time I move it. But now you can see the joint. You can tell that there's just a swivel here, a hinge that opens here, and there is a swing out joint right there. You have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The wrists are on a ball joint connected to a hinge, and these are the real grade hands, so you have the opposable thumb, the 3 fingers, and the single index finger. Now personally, I don't like these hands because I think they look atrocious, but they do carry all the articulation with them. Each of the hip skirts can be moved up, also rotated on the side here, and the back hip skirt can be moved up slightly as well. The hips themselves are on universal joints, so you got a good forward motion, a good outward kick. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knee with a sliding panel, which I'll demonstrate right now. You'll notice that the knee pad is a floating knee pad, but it is weird in that it's not connected at the bottom here, so sometimes it just looks odd when it hangs forward like that. When it comes to the ankles, this front flap here can indeed move slightly. The ankle armor is independent. You have a hinge at the foot that goes down, a little toe joint. The mid toe can move downwards like that. The weak spot is the ankle rocker. It does not really tilt as much as I was hoping it to. For the wings, the larger ones on the side here are connected by a simple swivel that goes in and out. You have a hinge at the top that goes outwards, and then of course you can swivel at the connection joint. Each of the sides here open up, And then each of these little pieces are on their own little ball joints, which you can flap and rotate all around. The smaller wing section is on a simple swivel side to side. It can extend outwards, and of course, because it's connected by a peg, you can rotate it there. After that, you just have this feature here that lets the wings open up.
Articulation on the Wing Zero is great, though not quite the best. The torso and ankles are the standout limitations. Also, the backpack makes the kit extremely back-heavy. However, you can use the two middle wings for extra support. Aside from the real grade hands, there's 3 other pairs. They include fists, open palms, and gripping hands. Sadly, only the superposable RG pair have the hinged wrist joint. For melee weapons, the Wing Zero includes 2 beam sabers. Both are stored on the backpack, right in front of the center wings. The beam saber effect parts are colored in a dark green that matches the overall tone of the Gundam. I think these look great. Obviously, what's the Wing Zero without its primary weapon, the twin Buster Rifle? If I'm honest, the gun's kind of dull. It's all molded in one shade of gray and definitely could use some sprucing up. As expected, the gun can separate, which offers extra display variety. Also, despite being long, they bear no weight issues on the kit's arms. Finally, this kit comes with a tiny, unpainted figure of the pilot, Hiro Yui. Whether you watched it on Cartoon Network or YTV, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing will forever be remembered as the Gundam series to those in the West. And amongst the 5 mobile suits this series introduced, the Wing Gundam Zero is arguably the most emblematic one of them all. With the giant gun, Zero System, the huge impractical angel wings, and an emo pilot who had an addiction to self-destructing his own robot, the Wing Zero's popularity was glaringly clear. I mean, hey, I thought it was cool at the time. Feelings aside, this real grade rendition offers a great representation of the mobile suit. I won't lie, I'm a bit disappointed by some aspects, notably the lack of any real grade defining features and the amount of additional effort required. On the other hand, does it look like the Wing Zero EW? Yup. Is it solidly built? Uh-huh. Does it include all the essential accessories? You bet. Can it pull off all the necessary poses? It sure can. So, in spite of my complaints, this kit offers everything I had hoped for. Make no mistake, the 1/144th scale real grade Wing Gundam Zero EW isn't the best the line has seen. Nevertheless, it's pretty damn good. But that's all for me. Thanks for watching, and I'm not quite done with Gundam Wing just yet. So when coverage returns, I'll reveal which mobile suit was my favorite from the series.